Hello, everybody. Second race on the card at the Vaal Classic. We'll talk about this bipot event. We'll go through Darren Burrows and Daryl Marie's suggested bets. Reminder about our social media options that are on your screen. That's Twitter and the weighted to win number that's on there. Send your name and your email address. In the build-up to the World Sports Betting Met, of course, because there's an exciting weekend coming up and we hope we can get some doubles and trebles into the weekend for you as well. All right, you're reminded about our World Pool action. Don't forget Tote World Pools on Saturday. Going to be huge, massive pools on the Tote and fantastic combination with Hong Kong. Camerata, 17-10 at the moment favourite. Number 2, Time for Charity, second choice at 33-10. And then you've got number 3, Rio Supremos trading up at 5-1. I'll begin with Darren. Let's talk about the opening leg of the bipot and how many runners you want to go.
Clyde, the more I look at this race, the more I fancy this horse Camerata, number 1. Now, she comes out of one of the strongest maiden form lines you'll see at the moment, Kinky Boots, when she got beat 3 lengths. And this filly has always been running over 1,200, but not quite seeing it out. And they've now dropped her back to 1,000 meters with the blinkers on. And I think that could do the trick. So I'm going Camerata to beat Time for Charity and Rio Supremo, always thereabouts.
Okay, so in the order of the market is the way Darren is pretty much going. Does seem quite confident enough with Camerata. You?
Yes, Clyde, let's just touch on the 2 first-timers trained by Ashley Fortune. That's the 6 and the 7. Both of them are, the comment states, if not green, should run well. Now, the 6 is a half-sister to Sprinkles. The 7, her half-brother, I think, or half-sister by Vaal, won 7 races. So just follow the market with regards to their chances. Camerata, now her 2 runs up the straight, her 2 most recent runs up the straight have been her best. Darren touched on that Kinky Boots form line. She was only a length and a half behind Splendid Season, who came out in 1. Obviously, Celtic Rumours also from that form line. Then the other run behind, Gimme a Light. She actually beat a filly called Save the Queen, who's won 2 since then.
Yeah.
So in this week, of the race runners, it appears like a below-average maiden plate. I think I will be very disappointed if she doesn't finish in the top 2.
Okay. Well, it's a bipot now, so let's get that up. It's time to have a look at what the recommendation is. Bipot's race number 2, and Daryl's worked out that. And Camerata and Daryl and Barrows are also keen on Camerata. So let's hope this can run first or second by 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. So the third race on the card, very difficult today. The 4th race, Bankering number 1, Swing Upon a Star in bipots by 2, 3, 4, and 6, by 1, 2, 8, and 11, and then Banker 6 in the last leg of the bipot, and that is a horse called Mama Quera. It's a 96 Rand bipot. Okay, let's get on to race number 3 now. Start of the place accumulator. The guys have, we've seen what the bipots look like, so it's an open race. There's a first timer in here that there is a comment in the front of the computer form that makes reference to the fact that the horse could win at 17-10 at this point in time. 8 Brosnan is 3-1, second choice from the same stable, Johan Janssen van Vieren, and Stewie Pettigrew's got number 1 Iron Sky at 9-2. Ash Fortune's got a first-timer. We don't know anything about that. Sagan, who's trading at 9-2, and it's 12-1 and better about the others. I'll start with Darren Burrows, and let's talk about the race. Does appear to have that open look only because of the uncertainty.
Yes, Clyde, of the race runners, I would lean towards Brosnan. I thought it was a fair debut. He had Iron Sky right alongside him, and Iron Sky was having his 6th run where Brosnan was making his debut. But this first-timer, Elusive Justice, now his dam was a very good juvenile. She won the Golden Slipper, grade 2 over 1,400. I think it was on Durban July Day the 1 year. She also ran second in the Fillies Guineas, the Choice Carriers Championship. So there could be enough speed in this pedigree to go well on debut. And then number 10, I don't know too much about, but also a speedy pedigree.
Right, so I said at the beginning of the uncertainty, we're not sure, but I guess you'll always know close to race time if there's a major market move or not, and you can work it out from there. But in your bipot, you had a lot of horses, I saw.
I did. In the PR, I've got 3 horses, Clyde. The front of the book states number 9, Nice Type, will run into the money. Number 10, if not green, should run well. follow the market with regards to both of them. I think the owners of both of those horses enjoy to have a punt. So if they support it, they live wires.
Okay.
Brosnan and number 1 Iron Sky, very little separating the two of them. Brosnan was doing good work in the latter stages. He should reverse that because he's got more scope for improvement, but he's got the one draw to contend with. How will that play throughout the day? Iron Sky should run another honest race. I'm just happy surviving the first leg of the PA.
Okay, we need to survive. That's where we are in survival mode at the moment. So let's hope we can get through this PA, the first leg anyway. We should hopefully be safe enough. We've got what does appear to be the fancied horses in the race through 1, 8 and 9. They are the top 3 in the market at the moment. Bankering 1 in the second leg of the Place Accumulator, Swing Upon a Star. Then we're going 2, 3, 4, 6 by 1, 2, 8, 11. We're going to banker the 6 Mama Query in the PA as well by 9 and 12. And at the back 1, 4, 5 and 6. Hello, everybody. Let's get on to our pick 6 now. There looks to be a good thing in Swing Upon a Star. Well, I think so. It was a stripe priced up at 15 to 20. Had absolutely no chance last time out with a winner on that occasion. But I can say going over the 1,200 today, that's going to be very hard to beat. Darren, I know that you're keen on this horse and does look very hard to beat here.
Very hard to beat, Clyde. You know, you just have to go back 3 runs when he ran second to Moonshining Through. He finished ahead of Tsar Bomber, I think 2 1/4 lengths ahead, and he's 3 kilos better off at the weights. Yes, Tsar Bomber was only having his second start. He's got Keegan de Mello on. I went the safe route in the pick 6, 1 and 2, but I'll be really shocked if Swing Upon a Star doesn't get it right.
Okay, should be very hard to beat, Daryl.
I agree, Clyde. Darren touched on that run where he holds him and he's better off at the weights. The only thing that could possibly assist Tsar Bomber in reversing that form is a better draw. But on paper, is well held, and I expect Swing Upon a Star to confirm that form.
Okay. I think we all do, and I was impressed with the way Swing Upon a Star moved up last time, although it had no chance for the winner. But it did move up, and the winner just orangutan, eh?
Yeah.
Just cruised in.
And he's fitter, and he's going to love the 6 furlong, the 1,200. So a lot in his favour.
Okay. All right, guys, that's the call. We know which one to go with. Darren's, obviously, from a pick 6 perspective, you want to play it safe. It's up to you. You can add Tsar Bomber in. That's what Darren recommends if you want to go the safe route. And here it is. In the first leg, he's going both of them with 1 and 2. But you've heard that they're all keen on Swing Upon a Star. All 3 of us, in fact, by 4 and 6. And then all the runners that you may necessarily need. And you can spend whatever your wallet allows you to. It's a classified stakes. They go the distance now, 2,400 meters. If you're on Twitter, please remember to join us at Weighted to Win and or on our WhatsApp number, or both for that matter. Good to have you and engage with you at any given time. Selections will come to you as well. Right, what's the point? What's the story? Race 5. They are betting, I can tell you, 5 to 2 the pair in this race. We're doing this on Monday. Rarotonga Rose and Namakwa Blossom top of the boards at 5 to 2. It does appear to be preference for Namakwa Blossom in this crew, but we'll talk about it now. Darren, what's the story?
Well, I only put the 2 runners in, Rarotonga Rose and Namakwa Blossom. Now, I favoured Rarotonga Rose last time out, and Namakwa Blossom moved up to her. And Rarotonga Rose is a very game filly, and she fought back to win. Even though she's 2 kilos worse off, I'm still not going to split the 2 of them because Rarotonga Rose looks to be above average.
Okay, it does appear to be above average into the play. So they got into a bit of a duel last time. What do you make of it, Daryl?
Yes, Claude, I don't know what to make of this race. I know the weights favour Namakwa Blossom and Rarotonga Rose, as this is a classified stakes. But in my opinion, they have been on the boil recently. Maybe that gives chances to horses like number 2, Little Prince. The stable has come alive at the right time.
Yeah.
He's unexposed over this distance. Have a look at his rating, Claude. He was as high as a 90. He's down to a 73. He's only 5 pounds, which is 2.5 kilograms out with the best weighted. So he's certainly not without a chance over here. And then if you like his chances, you have to respect Banner Bridge. He's very consistent and he should run another decent race. So I'm not favouring the fillies over here. I'll give chances to numbers 2 and 3 as well.
All right, so you're looking for something to upset, perhaps. All right, that's interesting. Those who don't know, Namakwa Blossom and Rarotonga Rose last time, it looked like Namakwa Blossom was going to go right through and win, but then started hanging under pressure. Hopefully she doesn't. So there's a different version here from the our two analysts. Let's take a look at what we intend on doing, or what the plan is. Darren is going 4 and 6. Darryl's a bit nervous. He's going a bit wider than that. And then in the next 3 legs of the jackpot, you'll notice that Darren has loaded up. Number 1, Admiralty Arch tops the board here in race number 6, priced up at 33 to 10 on Monday this morning. We're doing the show. 3 Sequoia, 4 to 1 second choice, and then you've got 6 to 1 and better about the others in the race. So Admiralty Arch, top of the boards, and I don't know, may well be the horse to beat in the race. Daryl, let's chat about it. I would imagine a few that you might like, yeah?
Yes, Claude. Pierce Radom teams up with this son of Admiral Kitson once again. This is the horse that gave him his 5,500th winner.
That's right.
So you can see he gets on extremely well with him, but he's got a wide draw to contend with. So he's going to have to drop out and give the rest of the field weight and starts. So it's not, if he does get it right, he's going to have to do it the hard way. Number 2, I think, represents some value here. Number 2 is Flying Grace. You can see his 2 first runs after a layoff. He did show some improvement. Then he was raced without the blinkers last time out. I believe the blinkers are going to be fitted. So I think he's going to run an improved race. There is a comment from the syndicate. He's been refitted with blinkers and trying a different bridle. Now, Cloud number 8, Absolute Value. That stable's come to form. No weight to shoulder. What's he carrying? 50 kilograms. He's going to push forward from a good draw. He's going to be put in the race, so possibly the horse they're going to have to beat. And number 11, the 5-year-old mare. That's time for that. Drawn 2, she goes handy. 52 kilograms, she'll get the run of the race. So don't ignore her chances.
All right, so open. You heard a lot of horses in here that can win. The horse that you're talking about at value number 2, Flying Grace, she's 25 to 1. You know that, right?
Yeah,
at the moment,
it's hard to fancy on form, Clyde, but I think he is going to run an improved race.
Okay. All right, Admiralty Arch, but by no means overs. There are quite a few in here that can win. So in this race, here's a recommendation as to what the players, Daryl's recommending all of those, 1, 2, 8 and 11. It's not an easy race. Race number 7, Lady of Power, does look like the horse to beat. Yes, trading at around 15 to 4 or thereabouts. 5 to 1 about Mama Quera, and 6 to 1 in the race on Monday. That was Be in My Bonnet at 6 to 1, 7 to 1 and better the others. Right? You like Lady of Power? Yeah?
If she was drawn well, I would. But look at her, Clyde. Poor old Pierce Stratum's cracked another horrible draw over here. She's the class package in the race. Of that, I have no doubt. She's actually going to be a nice filly. She's going to train on, Clyde. Just got to work cut out. I mean, it is around the bend. She's got top weight, worst of the draws to contend with. So, based on that, I think the value certainly lies with number 6 over here, Mama Quera. Darren and I both fell on this mare.
Yeah.
Gavin Dorina teams up extremely well with her. He's won 2 on her in the past. She's got a great draw. She's off a competitive rating this time around. Have a look at her, Clyde. She's down to a 67. So, for me, it was a case of either go a few horses in this race or bank at the 6 in the PA. I bank at her, and we're suggesting you have a place strike on her.
Okay, place strike with Mama Quera. I understand Lady of Power is drawn badly. It's a worry over the 1450. But listen, Stratum is he's the professional. He's done it for many, many years, and I think it's got to go into the play. But Mama Quera, the boys are liking her based on the fact that she's well drawn and she's worth a place strike. And hopefully you can double your money if she does run a place. So can Southern Blaze pull it off? Yeah, it's the 8th race on the card, priced up at 3 to 1 to win, number 12 on the card. Second choice, number 10, In Cahoots at 5 to 1, and 6 to 1 about number 9, Indus Night. You can get 7 to 1 and better about open race, or have you got
I've narrowed this race down to 2 runners.
Good.
I know Darren Burrows is very bullish on number 12, Southern Blaze. I've got a preference for number 9, Indus Night. Now, you can go back and form. He's 4.5 kilograms better off for a 3-length beating, but he never got to the front last time out, Clyde. He's well drawn with 51 kilograms to shoulder. He has to jump on terms and go to the head of the fares, and I think he'll be the horse to beat. That stable's in cracking form at the moment. So 9 over 12.
Yeah.
Now the 12 Southern Blaze is clearly off a very competitive mark. He's got a 1 draw, so it's very favourable. But Clyde tends to give away ground at the start. If he jumps on terms and he's in contention, I believe himself and Indus Knight will fight this event out.
Twin Turbo came from there.
Twin Turbo won from there, and the first and the third came out and ran second in their next
Correct.
So the form line is strong enough to compete, to dominate of year. That's the 9 and the 12.
Okay, well, there are a couple of options here. We'll have a look at them. Firstly, we've got a pick 3. There's 10 races today, so races 8, 9, 10, and give you some interest into what the suggestion is. Daryl's going 9 and 12 here by 1, 4, 5, 6, and then the 10th race has got 2 horses for us there. 2 and 11 in the pick 3. It's Monsieur Cheval and the 11 as well. Global Breeze, they're nice prices. So that pick 3 might be worth considering. Darren, he's had a look at it, and he's bullish on Southern Blaze at drum place. He likes that a lot for a place. So Southern Blaze from Darren Burrow's side. Princess Philippa tops the boards, is at 15-10 as the one to beat over here. Stewie Pettigrew and Randall Simons team up. Number 6, Escape Artist, is 9-2. And number 5, Wakanda, is trading at 5-1. They're betting 7-1 and better about the others. This is the final leg of the Pick 6 and Place Accumulator. Let's talk to you, Daryl, about it. Let's see what you like.
You said 15-10.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want some 5-2 from me, Clyde?
Is that so?
She's too short in the market. I'm really happy for Anton Marks. As fillies are appearing to have trained on nicely. She's getting better with racing and age, but she's too short in the market. She has to give a filly like Escape Artist, 8 kilograms, Clyde? Yeah, Escape Artist having a peak run, 4 suited, 2 from 2, well drawn, a lot of weight in receipt over Princess Philippa. So I'm going to make the 6 the value play in the race. I'm not discounting the chances of number 5, Wakanda. I think she's better than her latest. The class package in the race has to be number 1, Clafuti. I watched her latest start. She was staying on extremely well. Don't know if this race is coming too soon for her, but I wouldn't be surprised to see her bounce back to her best. So I think this race is more open than what the current betting suggests.
Okay, so 15-10, no value, but you could still win. Daryl's offering 5-2. Maybe we get 3-1 about her, but she does seem to be the most progressive. Yeah, not easy to give weight away, you're right.
Let's see. Maybe we get another video after this from our mate Titch.
Yeah, we'll talk to him. Titch, send us one. All right, what's the bet then? The 9th and final, well, not the final leg of the Pick 6, but with one more race to go, race 9. Let's have a look at what the play is, and the recommendation is to take the exactas and use these horses, 1, 4, 5, and 6. So the 10th and final, can we get some money this last race at the Vaal today? 4-1 about this field. Currently Monday morning, number 6 Pacific Express 4-1, 5-1 about the 9 Rosie Lemon, and number 3 Mirren 6-1. I don't know if the betting will change too much, Daryl, by the time race time comes. It does seem to have an open look to it, and I know that you've got a couple of shrewdies in here because we know that from your recommended pick 3. So what's the play?
The play is to have a dip, Clyde.
Okay,
number 11. Number 11, what price is he priced up at?
We haven't quoted it for you. 16-1 Monday.
16-1, I can't believe that. Clyde, I've actually been impressed with his latest 2 starts. I know he was well beaten last time out. African Torrent came out and ran 4th in there. What was it over the weekend? The Sea Cottage.
Yep.
He was staying on. In that start. He's dropped further in the rating, down to 71 from a 1 draw. I think track and trip is ideal. He will go very close, Clyde. I think he'll certainly shorten in the market. Right? But currently at 16-1, he represents each way value. And then last time out, you just have to recall what happened to Monsieur Cheval, number 2.
Yeah.
It looked like he was absolutely cruising in the race. He got knocked sideways. He nearly came down.
Yeah.
Cherry Ripe, another one who's course and distance suited. I think this race will be fought out between the 2 and 11, and I'm going to say the each way bet is on number 11 Global
Yeah,
Breeze.
see, you can get 4-1 about Global Breeze a place.
Oh,
That's
can't
good
believe
value,
it, Clyde.
Really, yeah. All right, well, that's the early talk. You can see Daryl's ready to have a go.
I'm licking my lips.
Yeah, good. All right, well, that's good to know. We need to get going because we've got the weekend, the World Sports Betting Cape Met coming up, and looking forward to that, of course. So some doubles and trebles into that will all help. All right, here we go. A reminder about, of course, our World Pools. Don't forget, World Pools big on Saturday. Huge on the totes. It's going to be fantastic. Here's the recommended play for the last. Here it is. And Daryl going Global Breeze each way. At the moment, 16-1 a win, 4-1 a place. We'll have a look race time.